I have to write up the Discord thing a minute, so let me do that. Hope everybody's doing well and everything. I'm doing okay. It's a pretty busy week. This is like the last week or so of college. So, and then I've got a wedding that I gotta help with, help set up for and go to this weekend. So, pretty busy week overall. But you know, once this week is over, I'll be officially unemployed with a college degree, so I will have a little bit of time to hang out, and then I'll probably start the job search. So, you know, there's that. Go ahead and set that stuff out. All right, that's Discord all handled. Go ahead and close that down. But yeah, we'll see how today goes. I'm not very good at fighting games. In my humble opinion, I am not very good at them. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah. It should be fine. If I try hard enough, I'm sure I can muck through the basic storyline. There's actually two storylines to work through, both Arena, the original Arena, and Arena Ultimax. I think both are in this game, so we should be able to do just both of the storylines. We'll probably just pick, like, the MC to start with. I don't know if we're gonna do, like, all the storylines or whatever. But, yeah. At least get through the, like, storyline at least once with one of the characters for both the games. And then we'll see where we're at that point, I guess. Maybe do a couple of rounds with some viewers if somebody wants to hop on and kick my butt. Oh, I forgot that that was open in the background. Let me close that. Got a game open. Background just idling. Not good to have open. There we go. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and get the game started a minute. And I am playing this game the way it was intended, with an Xbox 360
this
controller.
Will be brought to you by the following sponsors.
Intro is pretty slick. Hey, Bolem. Hope you're doing well. I don't think if I've listened through the soundtrack of this game or not yet. I don't think I have fully. I've heard some of this stuff, but not a ton. I wonder if they're gonna keep up to that thread of
Persona
like
4 Arena Ultimax.
the P3 protagonists and stuff. Because they did kind of see that out in P3, and then like they kind of touched on it a little bit in P4 and a little bit here in this spin-off game, but they've kind of dropped the like P3 protagonist thread and like bringing him back at some point. Like we haven't seen that at all with P5. Maybe like, no, I don't even think Persona Q2 would have anything about that. Okay, interesting. That's a cool way to do your UI. So yeah, there's episode P4 for Persona 4 Arena, and then there's Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, I think. 2 separate stories. I think that's the way that works. Let's start with this. And so... Okay. Select a story. The CPU will fight for you when auto mode is on. Huh. So you could just, like, watch through it as, like... Yes, Jippo.
So you will not require our assistance. Is that correct?
Gotta do Persona 4 Arena before AU? Doesn't this have both the stories?
Very well. In that case, there is nothing more to be said. As for your presence here...
Yes. So is this not the Persona 4 Arena story?
This room is ordinarily only accessible to those bound by a contract.
So this is Persona 4A. So this is the original story. Okay. We'll do this first then. That's weird that's how that's laid out, because it makes it look like this is like the last thing or the new thing, but okay. Okay. Blue. The floors, the ceiling, the furnishings, everything is blue. Abba-dee, abba-die, abba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Ah, good old Igor. Yeah, I'm aware. I think there's one with like, okay. One with,
Ah, it seems we have a guest with an intriguing destiny. My name is Igor. I am delighted to make your acquaintance.
yeah, kanji. I think I've seen the kanji joke ending before.
This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. It is a room that only those who are
There's a
bound
penguin
by a
doing here?
contract may enter.
Welcome to Persona, where your main means of fusing demons is through this guy with a giant nose.
It may be that such a fate awaits you in the near future.
The words okay. Another me, the one not in this stream, can't help but smile at that.
Now then, why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay. When I open my eyes, the light is so blinding that I have to squint. For a moment, I can't figure out where I am and look around.
Right. I was on my way back.
Oh, there's actual voice acting for them, see? Dang, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I think you're supposed to do all the, like, characters to like get the overall plot and understand what's actually going on. I haven't played like a Persona 4 thing in a minute. I think last year I did Persona 4 Golden New Game Plus with like some mods to like try and 100% the game and stuff. But yeah, it was just a normal playthrough. There wasn't anything too special about it, but it was kind of fun. Right, recap of Persona 4. Gotcha.
Wonder what everyone's been up to. Oh, damn it. I still haven't picked up Yosuke's gift.
Ooh, swearing from the MC. Yeah.
Hello? Is this Sensei?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm really sorry to bring this up, but I forgot to tell you something very important.
Oh gosh, Teddy. Hi, Teddy.
I have a special request for the souvenirs I'm sure you'll be bringing your bear's friend.
Teddy, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to tell people what you want them to bring you as souvenirs. I already have souvenirs for everyone. But, oh well. Sure enough, Teddy was only asking for some snacks that aren't sold in Inaba, so it wasn't much trouble. Ah, but there was one problem.
Oh, and one more thing. Can I ask you to pick up something for Yosuke, too?
Oh, interesting. I didn't think about that, but yeah, I guess this would be the... If this came out before Golden, then Chie's voice actor would be different. For the first time. I think that's right, too. Yeah, that is right. Because I remember looking it up, looking up that voice actress, because I recognized her voice work from in the Devil Summoners game. Or no, sorry, Devil Survivor. Two different games. Devil Survivor game. The 3DS one where they added voice acting. I recognized Chie's voice actor in that, and I was like, huh, that's familiar. And I looked it up, I was like, yeah, that's Chie's voice actor. Or at least the new one. So...
I was planning on bringing something for everyone anyway, but go ahead.
Cool! Well, Yosuke's been down in the dumps after his mommy burned his favorite nurse.
Sorry, what?
She was what I called scorching hot. Just kidding.
A nurse?
Aw, come on, Sensei. You know what I'm talking about. His nurse magazine with the chest examinations and the bear behind.
Oh my gosh.
And you expect me to buy him a replacement?
Of course, silly. People coming to visit are supposed to bring presents.
All right. Oh, I was planning to head back tomorrow, but since we're meeting up early, I decided to go back today. Can you pass that on to everyone?
Aha! Then the sexy nurses will be arriving even sooner.
Teddy.
It'll be like, Sensei, we have an emergency patient. Yosuke will be so happy.
You know, I still stand by the fact that I like Teddy more than Morgana, but yeah, that's not a very high bar. Oh, worry now. I hope he isn't telling everybody something that gives them the wrong idea. No, I should just call again once I get there. But in the end,
nurses, huh?
One best fighting game at TGA's 2010s. Nice. Wasn't able to pick up one for him. How can I put it? I'd feel bad for Yosuke if I gave him that magazine, and every time he opened it, his friend's face kept popping up in his head. And I have to think Yosuke has his pride too. He doesn't need me to buy him this stuff. Then again, this is Yosuke we're talking about. I'm sure he'll understand if I explain my reasoning. Probably.
Now pulling into Yaso-Inaba. This will be the last stop. Yaso-Inaba.
What is that voice acting? Okay. End of the line already. Looks like I've been asleep for a lot longer than I thought. I'm probably gonna read out loud some of the like dialogue, but this game is pretty long if we read out all of it. So I'm probably gonna skim over some of the other character stuff. Just because like it's very long. If you like go online and you like look up for a cutscene movie for this game, it's pretty long just because there's like a lot of dialogue and stuff. A little bit, but like the silent protagonist is kind of the point for the Persona games. But yeah. Writing's not terrible so far. It's weird to see the MC's internal thoughts, but yeah.
Now, what should I do?
I think this game originally came out on the Xbox 360, right? Persona 4 Arena? Or was that Ultimax? Bit of a weird console for a Persona spin-off game to come out on, but yeah. I guess it wouldn't be weird that if they did come out on it. It's just weird that like... Oh, okay. I thought they were exclusive to Xbox 360. I was like, that sounds weird, but yeah. It's a little weird for them to come out on Xbox 360, but I guess if they came out on that and the PS3, that makes sense. Nautico! Okay, so we're recapping P4 some more.
Huh? Nanako?
Big bro!
It is Nanako.
You came to meet me all on your own?
Don't worry, Dad knows about it. He gave me money for the bus.
Gonna get the PS3 version of P4A? That's probably fairly cheap now.
He said he
Unless
could
there's
make
like
it,
some collector's
so I came
edition you
instead.
try and get, but yeah.
Welcome back, big bro. I wanted to see you so much.
Thanks. I'm happy to see you again, too.
You sell the PS3? The first console I got when I got my high school job was a PS3. Mostly so I could play the Kingdom Hearts games properly, but yeah. And then that one died, so I have another one now, but yeah. I do kind of want to try the original P5 at some point.
Well, no
Yeah.
sense standing around here. What's in the fridge at home?
Either emulation side or PS3.
Lots. Dad and I bought a ton of stuff since you were coming to visit. Are you gonna cook dinner? Ooh, I want to help.
With the Izanagi no Okami DLC. Yeah. Just so you can get through it okay. Without having to worry about stuff. Just to kind of like... It's on the PS3 store still? Dang. Hey, that's something that the PS3 has that the that Xbox 360 doesn't anymore. Is a store. Although I imagine the PS3 store will go away eventually. I think they tried to do that already, but people were like up in arms about it, so they held off for a while. It'll probably happen eventually, though. From what I've seen, though, it's fairly easy to jailbreak a PS3 at this point, so it's not the end of the world at that point. Xbox 360 is a little bit more in a weird spot where some of its stuff got transferred. You can still play on like newer consoles, but it's also harder to jailbreak. Like you can't just software it. like by sticking USB in and downloading the right stuff or anything. You have to like open it up, solder a wire somewhere, and then put it back together. And then like, I think also flash it. So, yeah. P5 in general is the original P5 in general is harder than Persona 5 Royal for a lot of reasons, yeah. Yeah. I'll probably do like a Pixie playthrough of it at some point or something. Such a good girl, Lanako.
Good evening. This is the Evening Journal with news for May 2nd. Our top story is on the domestic airline that was hijacked yesterday.
I wish there was like a background image for this. Even just like an image of the house or something would have been nice. Oh well. Yeah, I imagine it's seeding out something. Oh, interesting. Okay. Who tries to hijack a plane with Akihiko on it? Idiots. Those chopsticks she's holding are cute. Yeah. I'm bad at fighting games, so I'm probably gonna die quite a few times before I can get through some of the fights. Hopefully I'll get a little bit better at it, though, as time goes on. There's a lot of story to get through, though, so I'll have plenty of time to improve and stuff. Sorry if I'm not reading it all out loud and everything. There is a lot of dialogue here. It is very much like a visual novel style presentation. It's not bad, but like there's a lot of dialogue between the original story and the Ultimax story. So if I sat here and read it all out, we'd be here for much longer. Hey, a Catherine calendar. Some people have asked me if I will play Catherine on stream before. Just because, like, it's an Atlas game, maybe is the answer. I don't know. I don't know how safe it is to stream. I know that the whole thing is, like, dealing with, like, lust and choosing between, like, a girl that you like versus a girl that's really hot, pretty much. But, yeah. He just talks about protein. Yeah, I know. They turned him into kind of a walking meme in Arena, for better or for worse. Death counter? Maybe. I mean, I'm not using the death counter for Yakuza right now, so I could use it for this. I could do that, maybe. Could be kind of funny. But at the same time, it's not quite the same thing as, like... I'd have to change it from deaths to losses. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's raining.
Oh, speaking of rain, it was super bad the last couple of days. Like, super bad rain. I had to go into class yesterday, and we were just in, like, the tail of it, and it was still super bad. Like, on my way to class, there were multiple cars that pulled off and had their hazards on, because they were just waiting for the rain to pass by. I think I saw, like, 4 or 5 cars that were just like that, just waiting for things to get better before they kept going. I just kept trundling along at, like, a slow rate. But, yeah, we got a lot of rain over by where I'm at the last couple of days. Yeah. I do kind of... I don't know. P4 definitely has, like, a vibe and a feel to its world that, like, the other games don't. I don't know. It's very nostalgic for me. Like, a lot of stuff that they talk about with summertime and stuff, like the cicadas and everything, is very nostalgic for me. It definitely feels like summertime to me, you know? Persona 4 in general. Let's count non-scripted losses as death for this game. Well, I mean, like, any sort of, like, losses or anything. Because technically, you know, you can die 3 times in a match, I think, right? Because you have 3 rounds or whatever. But yeah, I think you still see the tarot cards in the selection here, but yeah, it's not quite the same. Right, explaining the Midnight Channel.
That brings back some memories. Nothing will show anymore, though. Just in case.
Rivals. They are friends, yet powerful foes. The desperate fighting program amongst high school students. A new legend is about to start.
May the manliest of all men come on down!
Nobody touches his precious Nanako, the sister complex kingpin of steel, Yu Narukami!
It's only natural.
Wage slave in the boonies by day, hero by night, Captain Resentiment, Yosuke Hanamura!
Everything that bores me has gotta go.
A spunky dragon with deadly legs, the carnivore who's discarded womanhood, Chie Satonaka!
You need to eat more meat!
Please escort me to the ring, my prince, the unconquerable Snow Black, Yukiko Amagi!
I'll finish you in one strike!
Blooming roses and bulging muzzles, the blood-curdling beefcake emperor, Kanji Tatsumi!
Deep into realms of romance.
The body of a child, the brain of a genius, the 2000 IQ killjoy detective, Naoto Shirogane!
Is this an army of idiots?
Fight and survive towards the one throne waiting at the end! The P1 Grand Prix where fierce fights will be fought! The battle begins tonight!
This is fun. That's fun.
What on earth was that?
Oh, you guys can barely see it on your end. Should I turn up the brightness on your guys' end? You could barely see that, like, rain area. I don't think it'll be too much of a problem.
Sister complex kingpin of steel?
Was that me? Sister complex king of steel. I'm impressed. There's so much wrong with that phrase. I don't know where to begin. No, I should be thinking about that. Words aren't the problem here. Alright, Midnight Channel's up and about again.
Let's see, H. Hanamura Yosuke.
Yellow, Buddy Elf, what's your favorite color?
Hello, this is Yosuke.
Yosuke?
It's nothing. I just freaked out when you called all of a sudden. Yeah, that's it. What's up? Hey, when do you want to meet?
And that's not why I was calling. I saw the Midnight Channel. You saw it too, right?
Huh?
I can easily hear him panicking on the other side of the phone. 32 pounds. It held its value pretty well. That's a little surprising. I mean, it's not super crazy. I guess if it's like a popular game like that. But yeah, that's fairly up there. That's like mid-range, where it's like, there's like low range where a game ends up being like $10 to $15, mid-range where they keep like about half their value, 20 to 30 some dollars, and then like you have your high range games, which are like 40 to 60, where they've kept most of their value, things like Pokemon and all that, and then you have your like above like collector's range, where a game increases in value, either because it's so collectible or it's so popular, or whatever, right? So that's like some of the Pokemon games where it's like some of them are like $100 with everything. Like I'm thankful I still have a copy of Pokemon Heart Gold from when I got it back in the day, including like the box and everything. If I listed that, it would probably be somewhere in the $200 to $300 range at this point, which is crazy to think about. I think it was like 70 or 60 or 70 around the time, because it came with the Pokewalker and everything, right? So, you lucky? Yeah, I just held on to it for a while. So I'm lucky that younger me didn't throw it out. Although the original Pokewalker did go through the wash one too many times, so I ended up buying another one and putting it in there at some point. Because I just left it in my pocket too many times as a kid. It actually survived once, but did not survive the second time, unfortunately.
Did Teddy not tell you? Since we're meeting up early tomorrow, I decided to come today. I figured you wouldn't think I could have seen it, so I gave you a call.
Well, I assumed you weren't here yet, so I didn't want to rely on you.
You haven't changed. So how about it? You're not gonna leave this be, are you, Captain Ressentiment?
I'm sorry, every time the MC speaks, all I can think about is that, oh, this is where the AI voice is for all those, like, AI voice memes that people were doing, like, a few months ago.
Why'd you zero in on that part? Did you see how they called you a sister complex kingpin?
Mine's not that bad.
You think? Oh, I ought to tell you, that program's not the only strange thing lately. Teddy, Rise, and Kanji aren't here either. They disappeared.
Wait, what? Didn't Teddy call us?
All right, we should get together tomorrow like we planned.
Or was that Teddy?
Yeah, at the Jeunesse food court. Welcome back, partner.
It's good to be here. Oh, right. Sorry to say, I forgot to pick up your souvenir.
Oh,
a
geez.
souvenir? Don't even worry about it, man.
You sure? I thought you were really looking forward to it. Those nurses.
Nurses?
I had a feeling he wouldn't get it if I don't tell him flat out. This is a rather hard thing to bring up, but oh well.
Yeah, Teddy asked me to get it for you. He said you were crushed that they got burned.
Oh, wait, this is all...
I didn't know you were into nurses.
Shut up! That's enough! Damn it, you're trying to wind me up, aren't you? Stay home, you jerk.
But I'm already here. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
At least it seems like he understands about a souvenir. In any case, the preparations have been made. Tomorrow, I'll meet with everyone to sort through whatever information we have on this situation. If we have to, we'll go back into that world. Be best if this is all just our imaginations. But unfortunately, we know that the Midnight Channel wouldn't have appeared without a reason. I should make sure I'm ready for tomorrow and get some rest. Before we go to rest, I will say it's kind of cool. So if you look on the left shelf there, you can see obviously a Jack Frost guy. You can see Jack Frost on the top shelf there, as well as like some sort of Gundam on the middle shelf. Both are those are things you can collect in the actual like P4 game, so that's cool. Putting together the figurines and like collecting the statues is always something I kind of enjoyed in P4. I wish that the Persona games had more opportunities to decorate your room with stuff that you get throughout the game, or like serve as like little showings of your accomplishments. They have a little bit of that with P5, but not a ton. I guess the biggest thing there is like the TV and DVD player and like game console that you can buy. There are some figurines you can collect and like put on the work shelf, but yeah. Oh, your Jeunesse. Guys are weird like that. The closer we are, the more simple our interactions when we meet each other face to face. The two of us step out into the food court. Okay.
Good to see you guys again.
Welcome back! We missed you! The guest of honor's finally here! You're looking well.
Welcome back. Should we...
Huh? Oh, he already knows about the Midnight Channel thing. He's actually the one who called me up about it.
Oh, I see. This has turned into a pretty thrown-together reunion, hasn't it? But I'm glad you came.
We chat some more while we all sit down. I will say, I think that Persona 4 does the best job at making, like, the main cast feel like actual friends. Out of P3 through 5 so far, I think that P4 does the best job of that. I didn't really feel it with P5. I feel like I don't know, it's weird. I feel like the party gets so bloated, and because so much focus is placed on one party member every time as they enter, like, I think, because, like, with P4, like, obviously each victim pretty much is almost always a party member or related to a party member. Like, obviously there's still focus on that new party member every time, but I feel like there's less of there's less of a focus on them throughout that entire arc. So, I don't know, I just kind of like the way that P4 did it a bit better than P5 when it comes to, like, setting up characters and, like, yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm getting a little nostalgic now. Like I said, I think it was, like, early last year that I last played P4. So, kind of nice seeing some of the P4 stuff here.
Well, it sucks that we can't hang out more before jumping into another mystery, but to celebrate our partner's return, I hereby reinstate the investigation team in response to the Midnight Channel going back on the air last night.
Oh, the team is back! Just hearing that name again gets me all fired up. Yeah, let's do this!
I don't think the applause is necessary.
Why not? It's been 2 months since we last saw each other, after all. Chie and Yukiko started chuckling when I shrugged. And though Yosuke seems sad at that, he still ends up laughing alongside as well. Ah, 1 sec. I think a cat wants it. Every day's great at your Junes. Yeah. Yeah, we have to go and get all our party members back again, too.
Well, let's get cracking. I mean, this is no laughing matter.
I do like P4's music as well. I appreciate how all the Persona games have kind of a different feel to their music. The only real commonality is the Velvet Room music. And that's because it's the Velvet Room, right?
No one's heard from Teddy, Kanji, or Rise. Just those three, right?
Yeah. Oh, I got a hold of Naoto-kun, but I didn't tell her about this stuff. She told me she couldn't make it today because of her job, so I didn't want to worry her. She seemed pretty bummed that she couldn't be here too.
If she has a reason for not being here, and we can still contact her, then Naoto should be fine. At least Teddy, Rise, and Kanji. Not hearing back from them after an entire day has passed isn't normal at all. I like P4's OST more than P5's. I think P5 has some real good highlights and everything. Like, I think all the vocal stuff is pretty good. And there's more music in general for P5. The production quality and, like, the recording quality is a bit better on the in-game soundtrack as well because of that jump from PS2 to PS3 and everything. And I do like P5's music. But I think P4 has some good overall music. Like, I feel like more of the music in dungeons and stuff is stuff I would actually listen to, versus where P5's like dungeon music is stuff that makes sense for the mood, but isn't so much I would listen to afterwards. For example, P4 is like Heaven and stuff, you know. Hey Goku, how's it going? Yeah, I imagine that's how that works, Sheppo.
The picture on the TV was very clear last night.
Yeah. Going by the pattern from last year, it wouldn't be that clear until after the victim entered the TV.
Hey, isn't this the first time a big group of people was shown together? Plus, we're still here. Why us anyway? And what's up with those insulting descriptions?
What bothers me most is Teddy. He was acting like the host of that show.
Okay. Yeah, I know both Elizabeth and Margaret are pretty broken in this game.
Yeah.
Mostly Elizabeth, I think.
This smells fishy. Then again, I doubt he would play a prank like this for no reason.
I guess we'll just have to go inside the TV and find out what's going on.
Right. Go inside the TV. Out of everything, that was the element that shook our common sense the most out of everything we experienced last year.
Won't we be stuck in there without Teddy to give us an exit?
A lot of explanation here for P4, considering that this is a spin-off of P4. Oh well. Kind of weird P4A ends with a P3 character. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's Elizabeth, so... Yeah, again, I do wonder if they'll ever continue that thread of the P3 protagonist and, like, Elizabeth trying to bring him back. Because they seem to still be toying with that idea throughout P4 and its spin-offs. But I guess they kind of dropped that thread with, like, P5 and stuff. I mean, out of all the spin-off games that Persona 5 has, the only one that, like, features earlier Persona cast in any way is, like, the Persona Q series, right? Like, Persona Q2. Which is a little odd, considering how much overlap there was between P3 and P4 with P4 spin-offs and everything. Persona Q1, this game... Yeah, I know about Labrys, yeah. Generally speaking, I know that she's, like, another of the Aigis bots or whatever, like the mechanical robots meant to fight shadows. Well, I mean, Chie and Yukiko care about each other a lot, right? Kanji kind of looks up to both the MC and Yosuke as, well, maybe not Yosuke, but at least he looks up to the MC. Yosuke is a bit odd, but Kanji and Naoto have an interesting dynamic. Teddy gets around and, like, kind of, like, interacts with a lot of people, but he's kind of the mascot character, so... Kuma and Soji are, like, the only people who like Yosuke. Yeah, Yosuke is a bit odd in the group. He has some chemistry with Chie because they've known each other a while. And I guess on to some level, Yukiko. Like, they kind of hung out a little bit before, like, the events of everything. But, I don't know, he's just, like, is always so down bad all the time and getting told off by the girls or whatever, that it's hard to see they have too much of a chemistry outside of, like, gags and everything. Although, his, like, arc, overall, the story is, like, more focused on the MC a little bit. Especially since I think at one point he was supposed to, like, have a dating option, even if just as a joke, with Yosuke. that was supposed to be an option at one point. I mean, you get a little bit of both of that kind of stuff, like Yaoi and Yuri, because you get a little bit of Yuri with Chie and Yukiko, and then you also get a little bit of like Naoto and Kanji, like struggling against what people think they should be versus who they actually are. So there's a little bit of that kind of stuff going on, and they have a pretty interesting, like, kind of fun dynamic. I will agree that, like, some of the later characters don't interact with some of the newer characters, or, like, Chie doesn't really interact directly too much with Naoto. Same with, like, Kanji and Yukiko or whatever. I do think that they would do a better job than P5, but yeah. I think that the thing with P5, though, is just that, like, you barely ever see, like, two people interact outside of text messages. So even if there were interactions that were on par with P4's in P5, they're usually relegated to a text message conversation, and those just get, like, repetitive really fast. Obviously, all of them have some degree of chemistry with the MC.
Not so.
Because
I've had Teddy keep the
social links and stuff,
out on
but
that
yeah.
side.
Look at you, all prepared.
I mean, think about it. What if we were half asleep and fell into a TV when Teddy wasn't over there? Isn't that a scary thought?
Like anyone would be that clumsy.
Anyway, it sounds like it's safe for us to go investigate then.
Yeah, there's no doubt that something's going on in there. Is everyone ready?
We're all good to go. To tell the truth, I had a hunch that this was going to happen.
I don't know. For me, I just find that, like, P4, the characters feel a bit more like friends than in P5. I feel like P5, they all come together with a similar goal, and, like, are all centered around Joker a bit more, which is fine, but, like, they don't feel like they have a lot of chemistry, and there's more people in the party, so it's, like, gets harder to know what people think about each other, because in P4, you have MC, Yosuke, Chie, Yukiko, Kanji, Naoto, Teddy / Kuma. You have Rise, but Rise is, like, navigator, but she still counts, right? So you have 8 people. So you have 8, like, party members. 7 if you're not counting Rise as, like, an active party member. But, you know, she's still there and everything. I don't think I'm forgetting anyone. No, I'm not. And then in P5, you have... Let's see if I can remember in order. You have MC, you have Morgana, Ryuji, An, Yosuke, I think that's right. Makoto, Aru. You have Akechi. You have Sumire. That's 9, I guess. Oh, and Futaba. So you have 10. So you have, like, 2 extra people in that party. I don't know. I guess I just feel like P5 doesn't do as good of a job. Or if it does do as good of a job, it's all relegated to, like, text conversations between people, which aren't written very well and get repetitive pretty fast. Like, I would always end up skipping through them and stuff. I think if there were optional conversations as well, kind of like something like the Tales series does, where after, like, combat or something, you'll have, like, an optional conversation where you can listen in on the party members talk about something. I think that would work a bit better.
I feel like things are picking up around town.
You know, it's been a while since last time.
I'm a little nervous. Whoa, wait! There are still people in this aisle!
Hey!
I mean,
Ready. The customers are going away! Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Yeah!
some cool animations here at the intro of the game.
Isn't this different from usual? Oh no! What do we do?
Oh no, somebody hit the color invert. Oh right, yeah. I know what you're talking about now. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I guess you're right there. That they do, like, leave busier lives, but I don't know. I feel like they're not that busy, you know? But I guess you're right that, like, Ryuji is involved in, like,
Welcome
a
to the
club,
Velvet Room.
right? Isn't he? Is he involved in a club? I'm trying to remember. Well, he's, like, exercising and stuff and trying to get back into shape. An's got her modeling thing that she does on the side. Makoto's got student council responsibilities. Yosuke's got his art that he does. So I guess they do have like more like hobbies and stuff that they usually do, but that's usually part of their social links. I don't know. I guess I just feel like because so even though like in both P4 and P5 you have the like main group of people gathering up to like go over the plot or whatever. Did I see her? No, I didn't. I saw the old lady in the vibrating chair. Massage chair, that's what I saw. I'd have to look back at the cutscene in a minute. I think I was reading chat.
Huh? It's not a dream this time? What's going on? Didn't my contract end already?
But I mean, like, both in P4 and P5, they gather around to, like, talk about stuff a lot. And even in those, like, little interactions, I feel like P4 does a better job at having, like, people talk to each other outside of just, like, expositing. There's a lot of exposition in P5. Like a ridiculous amount, like re-explaining things or explaining things in a really roundabout way, and it doesn't work in characterization very well into that exposition.
This room is tied
It's
to
often
your
just
fate.
like people
Nothing that
explaining what
occurs here
happened or
is meaningless.
what's going on when you've just done something or something like that. I don't know. I do think that the text conversations could have worked in P5. After replaying it recently or at least Persona 5 Royal for the Pixie Only run, I do think that the text conversations could have worked because they're supposed to like give you insight into what people are thinking outside of like what they're saying in public or whatever, which makes sense because, you know, you've got the whole mask thing going on, what people, like what your party members are showing of themselves versus what they actually think. You could have definitely done something there. The problem with the text conversations is they're very repetitive. They happen right after you've already done a bunch of talking. They're not optional. And you can't like read them later too easily. And they're not written in a way that feels like people texting each other. They're written in a way where it feels like normal dialogue, but we just didn't want to have to get all the people in a room to talk to each other or get the voice actors in a room to do all this dialogue.
Though you reached an end to one journey, you now find yourself here again.
But yeah.
This shows that you will once again be faced with a
I
question.
don't know. I guess you could go back and forth on which Persona game you like more, Persona 4 or Persona 5. And that would come down to somewhat personal taste.
A question.
which kind of vibe that you
Something really
like
is going
more.
on?
Maybe some of the characters you like more than others, that kind of thing.
From here on, what befalls you will upset your status quo. It is true that you've opened the door once already, but all things change. Nothing ever remains the same. What you gained before will change over time as well. You will have to face them once again.
I also think that, like, one thing is that because Persona 4 and 5 have, like, all... Like, so for Persona 3, some of the, like, character progression happens in the plot with, like, all the guys and everything. They have, like, at least some progression throughout the plot of, like, growing as a person. Like, for example, I think the most obvious example is Junpei. Obvious, right? Like, he goes from, like, being excited about having these new powers to frustrated that even with the new powers, he's still not as good as the MC, and feeling like he doesn't know why he's doing this, and he feels frustrated that he can't even be the best at this thing that he thought he was being special for, you know? And just, like, a real lack of purpose in his life, to meeting a girl, falling in love, having, you know, wanting to spend the rest of his life with her, having her die in front of him to save him. You know, he has, like, a whole character arc and everything in that game. Where in P4 and P5, you don't really get that from any characters, because, like, all their character progression kind of happens to happen in their social link. So, because otherwise it wouldn't be logically consistent, right? Because, like, you could get through their social link in, like, the first couple of months, and then, like, if later on they, like, their character flaws get ironed out or they show growth, then it would feel like, wait, didn't you already figure that out, like, 3 months ago? I already did your social link. So there is a little bit of that going on. I think there's a little bit of weirdness there, where a character isn't allowed to grow too much outside of their own social link.
Face them.
Show me how you will proceed down the path that awaits beyond the door you've opened.
Oh, that's a cool room.
Where am I?
The music room, it looks like?
This is... No, wait. This has to be the TV world. This has never happened before.
Hello! Sorry for the wait!
Yeah, it's a good song.
Greetings, boys and girls of Yasogami! The P1 Grand Prix is about to begin. There's no need for manners or courtesy or anything today, so let it all hang out. Tell us how you really feel.
What the?
Yurise? I don't know. I think that both, I think both can be kind of annoying, Rockman Driller. I personally find the compulsive over-explaining to be more annoying, because at least the, like, P4 people are, like, reasoning things out and trying to get closer to the truth. Meanwhile, P5 is, like, patting you on the head and trying to... and explaining to you the twist of Joker not actually dying for 3 times in a row for like 20 minutes. Why? gosh, why? Why do I have to sit through this explanation of Joker not actually dying for 20 plus minutes, and you explain it to me 3 separate times after we just watched the cutscene where it happened? Like, explain it once, maybe. Jeez. Ugh. This, along with Ultimax for the final games with Laura Bailey as Rise? Didn't know that. I haven't played Dancing, so I didn't know that she got a different VA in that game.
Huh?
May I have your attention, please? I, Rosette, will be your commentator. But first, the General has a few words for you all.
You're all here now. Well then, I'm proud to announce the opening of our very own P1 Grand Prix!
Teddy, what's going on here? We came to look for you and Rise and...
Always with the talking, Sensei. It's a big waste of time. Less talk and more fighting. With the next challenger, come on down!
Hey! Wait, isn't this P3 music?
Great. They're expecting you and me to fight.
Looks like. Sheesh, what's Teddy thinking?
Starting that up already? I won't let you get all buddy-buddy with each other. These battles are fought to the death. Only the victor can proceed.
This joke's gone on far enough, Teddy. We're not gonna play along with that.
Oh, really? I guess he should declare me the winner then.
Yosuke?
What? You don't plan on fighting, right? That means I win by default.
That's not what I was expecting to hear.
Oh, but is that okay with you? I mean, since Nanako-chan's here and all?
Nanako's here?
Wait, really? You haven't seen her? She's with Teddy.
Yeah, I imagine on repeat playthroughs that is pretty annoying. Yeah, I think that like P4 is yeah, it's not obviously. It's not.
Where is she? Yosuke, where's Nanako?
It's not actually Yosuke.
Oh,
It's like a
it's
shadow
cut into
version
you,
of him.
partner. No need to get hysterical.
Why are you so calm about this? You know what happened to her last time she came here.
Yeah, I guess on repeat playthroughs, P4's overall plot can get kind of annoying because you know that nothing much is gonna happen.
Yosuke, be straight with me. Are you sure Nanako is with
Something
Teddy?
different? Okay.
How should I know? If I had to guess, I'd say she's probably still with him. Man, are you all right? Are you that worried about Nanako-chan? It's no wonder people look at you funny, thinking you have a sister complex.
Yosuke, are you all right?
Huh? What are you talking about? I should be the one saying that to you. She's not even your real sister. All that big bro stuff really creeps me out. It was a while ago that I saw her. It's probably too late to save her now. You know how things went last year, after all.
Yosuke. Draw your weapon. You'll get your fight.
What? Dude, what are you saying? You told me you'd let me win by default.
This is probably the real Yosuke, and the strangeness I feel is because these words are coming out of the mouth of someone I thought would never say them. If so, then...
I don't know if you're being controlled or if there's something else going on here. Either way, you must understand the best way to resolve the situation. Sorry, but I'm gonna go all out. No hard feelings.
More P3 music.
Huh? All that talk and you're gonna fight against your partner after all? Well, whatever. Let's hurry up and get this started.
Oh my gosh, we've been here for an hour and we haven't even gotten to the fighting yet. Please. Okay. Come on, it's time for me to get my butt kicked here. Maybe I should have figured out what the controls were for. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Go, Jiraiya! Here goes! Persona! Persona! Who's that part?
Okay, interesting.
Just get started!
There's no, like, jump button, necessarily. There's an input for jumping.
Here goes! Here goes!
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Easy now. Go, Jiraiya! Go get! Persona! Kidding me?
Alright, managed to muddle my way through.
You both fought well.
Amazing, Sensei! Keep that up and zoom on ahead!
Xbox 360 controller, baby.
Ahead? You're gonna continue with this? Teddy, about Nanako.
I don't want to spoil the surprise. If you want to find out, you'll have to get to me! And I can't say why, but I think you should hurry.
I mean, that's what I play pretty much every gamepad game on.
Yosuke, are you alright?
Okay. Give it a try next time.
Ow! Couldn't you hold back a little? I seriously thought you were gonna kill me.
The same went for you. I wouldn't have stood a chance if I held back on you.
Anyway, that aside, shut up about the nurses already.
Oh,
Is that
it's
scene I ever
that
think about?
thing. They both thought that they were saying something else than they actually
What's
were.
this about nurses?
Huh? You were harping on it the whole time. How can you stand there and constantly bash my taste in women with a straight face?
Easily, you have terrible taste in women, Yosuke. Terrible.
Is it such a crime to like nurses?
Wait a second. Yosuke, let me ask you something. Is it true that Nanako is here in this world?
She is?
I guess there's no choice but to keep going.
Taking off?
Yeah.
Well, be careful.
Oh, one last thing. About those nurses.
Ah, quit it already! Are you out of your mind again?
There's a painful sounding noise as he runs into something invisible and slowly slides to the floor.
What is this?
Huh. So there's an invisible wall. Looks like the loser can't leave the room.
Looks like there is some force that prevents the loser from leaving the area where the fight took place. Likely that every time one of these battles happens here, the winner will get sorted out this way. That's annoying.
I see how it works now. Thanks.
Teddy really has kidnapped Nanako. No time to lose.
Don't use me as your guinea pig. Wait, that's it? Hey, don't wear yourself out, all right?
Velvet Room.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. Things have only just begun, and yet you already seem tired. The misfortune that has befallen
to be
you
fair,
can
it's
be
already
thought
been
of
an
as
hour.
A sort of trial.
A trial?
Indeed. I am an observer on your journey. I would do nothing so thoughtless as to force you to make choices. You do not need such provocations. I already know that you shine brilliantly enough. Yes, that is part of your brilliance. Personas are masks of resolution, strengthened by controlling one's heart, by forming bonds. You understand this well, don't you?
Yeah, that's how we all fought up till now.
Yes, indeed. But one's heart is intangible. It cannot be seen and cannot be felt. When polished, it releases a strong light unlike anything else. But it can also be clouded by trivial things. Have you ever felt that way?
That may be true.
You may be more conscious of that fact than most because you hold the power of the wild card. From here on, you will be forced to re-examine the things you know as bonds. How will you face the changes to come, and what choices will you make?
Okay.
The changes, huh? It might be the announcement room. I feel like I'm being led somewhere.
Hey, you there! You're one of them participants in that there Grand Prix thing, right?
What?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's the big idea? You could poke someone's eye out swinging that thing around.
I didn't expect that accent for Labrys.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Sorry ain't gonna cut it. What were you gonna do if you hurt one of the students here, huh? You can't go pulling that stuff without student council approval. All right, the jig is up. I'm putting the kibosh on this tournament right now.
Hey, wait, hold on a second. I'm not in this because I want to be. I'm trying to stop the tournament. Why are you here, by the way? Wait, did you fall inside a TV?
All inside a TV. What kind of nonsense is that?
The dialect is awesome. The dialect sure is something, Moon. I'm guessing that, again, it's one of those things where they're trying to get, like, more country-style Japanese accent, and this was, like, one of the better ways of translating that in a English setting.
I'm Yu Narukami. I was a second year at Yasogami High until last year.
Huh? Last year? But that uniform.
Oh no, this is kind of my usual equipment when I'm in the TV world.
Equipment?
Never mind. Forget it.
Well, if you were only around till last year, I ain't gonna blame you for not knowing. I'm the new student council president. Nice meeting you. Now it's your turn to spill. You said you ain't in the tournament because you wanna be. Then what are you doing here? And what's this tournament about in the first place?
I feel like if I don't explain things very clearly to her, it'll only provoke her further. But trying to tell her everything about what's going on here will only confuse her. I'll leave out the fact that this place is inside a television and tell her about the other things that are going on.
So if I got this right, you didn't start this, but your friend did. Well, you don't seem like you're lying.
I think it seems that she somehow grasped the gist of what I was trying to say. I thank her out of politeness, but she laughs and asks why I'm thanking her. There's still one more difficult task left at hand. How do I make her understand that all this is within another world, one accessed by going through a TV screen? Still appears to be energetic, but it clearly doesn't change the fact that she's in danger. Where'd that sound come from?
Hey, that sounded like it came from the gym. I ought to tell you to go home, but I get that you're worried about your sis. Come on, let's go check it out.
I'm surprised to see this Miss President keeping pace right beside me. Just standing still in this world would be strenuous for a normal person, but she doesn't seem to even be out of breath. She's quite impressive. I take a moment to quietly praise the girl running next to me.
What is this?
The visual of the chairs is pretty cool.
All this trouble.
I'm not sure what it is.
Oh, are you on a hot date, Sensei? Well, that's fine with me, of course. But shouldn't you keep your mind on the fighting? Whoa.
I think it's Brooklyn. It's not Boston.
That's the face I was hoping to see.
Hey, you! You're the ringleader of this mess, aren't you? What's the idea? Raising a ruckus like this without running it by the student council. Pack it in and clean all this up already.
She speaks as fast and clearly as she had when I first met her. After getting a clear look at her, I feel like I've come to realize where she gets her courage from. She truly wishes to protect her school. Her strong awareness of her duty is surpassing her fear. But Teddy on the monitor looks annoyed and sneers at Miss President. It's incredibly distasteful. I can't believe that Teddy can even make such a malicious expression.
What's that tiny thing? I'm in the middle of an important conversation with Sensei. A yappy little mutt like you should be muzzled and sit in the corner. Sit, puppy, sit!
Ah, yes, Mario, Jumpman Mario.
I'll take it from here. It's all right. There's nothing to worry about. That was pretty harsh, Teddy. Hard to believe a womanizer like you would say such things.
What's so attractive about a shameless liar like her?
Liar? Do you know something about her?
Come on, Sensei. Your opponent's getting tired of waiting for you. With the next challenger, come on down!
Alright, so who's next? Chie or Yukiko? One of the two, probably. Yukiko, okay.
Oh, thank goodness you're safe. What's the matter?
It's nothing. Are you alright? Has anything odd happened to you?
Odd? No, I don't think so.
Nanako might be in here. I'm heading to the announcement room where Teddy is. I need you to protect this girl from me. She might be a victim of all this.
Why do I have to do that? It's not like I know her or anything.
I'm not going to help her because I don't know her? Is that really what she's saying? I can't understand why she might be cautious when meeting someone for the first time, but would Yukiko really think that way? It's gotta be the same with Yosuke. The same uncanny sense of wrongness is coming back to me when I hear Yukiko speak.
Yukiko, not you too. Calm down and listen to me. Can you understand what I'm saying?
Huh? What are you saying all of a sudden? I can hear you clearly. What did you mean by you too?
This is probably a trick the enemy is playing on us. They're trying to get us to fight each other. I'll say it one more time, Yukiko. I'd like you to protect this girl for me.
Sorry, but I don't know how to put this. It just feels like you're being really selfish. You always help people who have nothing to do with you, and I admire that. But where does that leave us? It's always your friends who get put in danger because of your self-centeredness.
I'm used to hearing her voice, but her words are scathing. I'm convinced now. There's no obvious change in her attitude like there has been with Yosuke. Something must be warping Yukiko's words too. Her words may sound like a sound argument, but she means something else. I don't care if someone who isn't related to me gets hurt. That's definitely not something Yukiko would say. The real Yukiko would never say something that disrespects the value of a life that way. Don't be deluded. Whatever happened to Yosuke is happening to Yukiko too. I understand the details, but Yukiko hasn't had a complete change of heart.
Yukiko.
What the? You could?
I draw my sword and the president quickly tries to stop me. I can't answer her right now. If a battle will clear up this pointless misunderstanding between us, then the time to fight is now.
Ooh, now that's our senpai. You'll show no mercy, not even to a girl if it's for your own goals. You're a real bastard with a sister complex. Keep it up and bring them all down.
I ignored the taunts being delivered in Rise's voice. Even if our words aren't getting through to each other and we have to fight without understanding what's going on, I'll come to an understanding later. I have to believe, both myself and my friends.
Sorry, but you need to stay back. Whatever you see here, try to stay calm. Promise me you won't run away. Persona!
Come, Konohana Sakuya.
Okay. Fights are starting to get a bit more frequent now that we're through the intro stuff.
Finally. Fight!
Izuna Persona!
Stay away! Stay away!
Are they starting to get a bit tired?
Away with you!
Okay.
The winner is you, Senpai! What an utter thrashing!
I'll have to practice and see like what the buttons actually do maybe tomorrow.
I love
Off
all
stream.
this animosity! These cocky, self-righteous friends showing how they really feel by beating the crap out of each other. That's the real thrill of the P1 Grand Prix!
How much further are you gonna push this? Why are you doing it anyway? These guys are friends! What's so much fun about making friends fight each other?
She seems more upset about he was making friends fight each other, not why he had dragged the entire school into this mess. We've only just met, but she clearly sympathizes with us and understands the pain we're going through. I'm embarrassed, but proud at the same time. A girl with such compassion would be a great student council president. It's no wonder she was elected to represent the student body of Yasogami High.
It's alright. Thanks, though.
It's not alright! This is...
Perhaps her heart is a little too honest. But her anger sets my mind at ease. She's right. With what General Teddy is doing right now cannot be forgiven. I glare at the monitor.
Sorry, but you're not getting your wish.
What?
Did you think this would be all it took to break us apart? That it would make us hate each other? Sorry to say, but that's a huge mistake on your part. I believe in my friends. They'll never get taken in like that.
You're so stupid! What kind of sensei are you?
I'm warning you now. If you really are Teddy, then we'll get you back to normal no matter what it takes. Even if it costs us our lives. But if you're an imposter, hiding behind Teddy's face, I will make you pay for toying with us.
That girl's come around.
Are you alright?
Yukiko, are you alright? I'm sorry I couldn't go easy on you.
No, it's okay. You weren't your usual self, but I could tell by your eyes that there was something going on. I'm sorry too. Did I hurt you?
Kinda, yeah. I sure wouldn't want to get into it with you again. Hey, did I say things that offended you earlier?
Yes. You did.
I don't need to know what I said. I just wanted to see if my guess was right. It looks like our enemy has the power to confuse our senses. My first opponent was Yosuke, and he told me a similar story after we fought.
Huh? You said something bad to Yosuke-kun too? What did you tell him?
You sure you want to know?
If I'm the only one admitting to what happened, that's not fair, is it? But that curiosity is in line with the Yukiko I know. I evade the issue with a smile and call out Miss President, who's standing behind us.
What kind of people are you?
Oh, right. We used our personas.
Yeah, we should at least explain to her what's going on.
Okay, explanation.
And that's it in a nutshell.
Blah, 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 blah.
So, that's what you meant by falling into a TV.
Yeah, which makes me believe this school could be a part of your mind that's materialized.
This school came from me? That's a lot to swallow.
I'm not surprised. Why is it different this time around, though? Usually the victim's shadow appears first.
The Teddy who's hosting this tournament, what if he's actually this girl's shadow?
Huh?
I noticed he got agitated when I called him an imposter. The fake Teddy would mean he's someone else using Teddy's form.
I see. If this place reflects Miss President's heart, her shadow must be here. And right now, the strongest candidate is...
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I'm not entirely familiar with the plot of this game, so I'm not sure exactly what's happening here.
I'm gonna check out the announcement room. That General Teddy's behind the whole shebang, right? And if you came from me, then I gotta own up to the responsibility. A student body president, I can't let this go.
Wait, you're being reckless. We'll take care of the shadow. You need to...
What? Get out of this TV world? And how am I supposed to do that? Go on. Show me the door.
Well...
Your little cousin's in the announcement room. And you're gonna go save her, right? I might not be as strong as the two of you, but I'm no slouch in a fight. Wouldn't it be better if we went together?
No, don't you understand? This world is...
I know it's dangerous, but there's gotta be something only I can do to help. Hell, that aside, I can't leave after causing so much trouble. Making friends fight each other. I'm going on ahead. You don't want to waste time arguing, yeah?
Please, you have to go after her.
Thank you.
Don't worry about me. I believe in you.
Okay. I'm guessing Chie is next then? Oh, back to the Velvet Room.
You seem flustered, but time has no meaning here. It seems you've emerged victorious and have come away with a piece of the truth. Though you are in a garden of deceit, you have the vision to go forward. Very impressive.
Is that student council president's shadow really the cause of all this then?
It's a little weird seeing their mouths
Who can
move.
say?
I'm not used to that
All
with
I know is that you are getting
Persona
ever
4
closer to the
sprites.
truth. There is one thing I can tell you. If that girl's shadow is the cause of this misfortune, she will face her trial. But it's separate from your fate. You have your own trial to overcome. Keep that to heart.
My own trial?
Everyone sees various things in you that draw them to you. Salvation, hope. I myself find fascination in watching over you. Fate may not be the author of your trials, but you are destined to be tested.
Okay.
Wait! It's too dangerous to go alone.
Take this.
Color me impressed that you managed to catch up to me so quick.
Promise me that you won't leave my side. And you can't do anything rash. If you can't agree to those terms, I'll have to force you into protective custody. This is a matter of life and death for you.
Protective
Sure
custody.
thing. Then let's get to that announcement room together. Hey, mind if I ask you something?
What is it?
It's tough, being forced to fight your friends, huh? Oh, sorry. You don't gotta answer.
No, you're right. If I could avoid it, I would, but I believe in my friends.
You mean your friends won't hate you after the fight? Or you think they'll understand that you don't really want to fight?
I don't know. Both, maybe. I mean, there's no way we'd fight each other without some kind of reason.
What if you had to kill each other?
Kill each other. I truly hadn't anticipated the question. I'm caught off guard by how I hadn't even considered it. It's true, there's no guarantee that this General Teddy won't suddenly decide to make us fight to the death on a whim.
Sorry, that was probably over the line. I don't know why I said that.
I wouldn't let it happen.
Even if I was forced into such a situation, I would never follow that order. That's all I can say right now. After hearing my answer, Miss President cast her eyes down again. After seeing that behavior, how do I put this? Felt a sense of incongruity. Why could that be? Something doesn't feel like her. Could Miss President be carrying some unimaginable burden that she has yet to confide in us? Is it so heavy that she would ask that question of me? Speaking of which, if General Teddy does turn out to be her shadow, what does that mean about whatever repressed thoughts she truly has? Suddenly, it seems her courageous and cheerful demeanor are a mirror image of that. A slight sense of fear chills my spine. My thoughts race through my head as we walk down the hallway.
What are you doing?
Walked right into a wall.
There's an invisible wall. I don't think I can go through here.
An invisible wall? Oh, that must have been why you broke out of the mime act every now and then. Well, if I can pass through, it must only be blocking the tournament fighters. This world sure is out there.
Be careful. This probably means...
Is your snout okay, Sensei? Jeez, you're such a klutz.
You're still using that form? It's getting old. Why don't you just show your true self?
Boy, you've gotten peevish. I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Okay. So who's my next opponent?
Ooh, now you're getting into the spirit of things. Let me guess, you're starting to enjoy beating up your friends? Okay, with the next challenger, come on down!
That's what I thought. You're the last of us, after all.
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd be next, too.
Chie, you know what they're doing, right?
Yeah, I know. The stuff we say gets twisted around so we end up fighting each other, right? Don't worry. You're the son of a bitch who left us as soon as the last case ended, but you're still our good friend. I mean, you have it easy. You're just fighting your friends. I had to keep killing over and over, all because of you humans!
Now this is obvious. Chie is clearly not herself. It's so blatant her words don't offend me at all. Moreover, it's not just out of character. Chie would never say anything like that. And you humans? That's as good confessing you're not human. Oh right. Carnivore, was it? Miss President is watching from us nearby. She looks more dumbfounded than worried. Still, Chie saw at the end caught my attention. I had to keep killing over and over.
More stuff about killing, huh? Miss President was talking about it earlier, too. This must be...
It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Hurts.
Interesting.
I'll give you a taste of the pain they put me through!
She's not even trying to sound like Chie anymore. Can't even begin to understand what she's talking about. If a shadow is intentionally making people say these things, what does that mean about Miss President? Killing each other? All because of humans.
Let's do this, Chie.
Well, round 3 of the P1 Grand Prix already. Word on the street is that the carnivore may have a slight advantage. Will you, Senpai, all talk and no skill, manage to eke out a win this time?
Well, I mean, she's not entirely wrong.
Let's get this show on the road. Ready?
I'm still in the button spamming stage of playing this game, where I still don't know what most of the buttons do even. So.
Final.
Oh, hello. Oh, I don't know what I did, but it was good. That was pretty easy. I like the shadows of, like, the students in the background. Okay. I thought I'd be losing a lot more, but I guess taking one round off of easy CPUs isn't too terrible. I can just get through it with kind of button mashing and aiming in the right direction.
Wipe that smug look off your face. This isn't fun at all!
Are you alright?
I think so. Man, you're strong. I'm kind of shocked at how much of a difference there is between us.
Look who's talking. I've never been kicked around so badly in my life.
So the others are safe too? Oh, what a relief. I was pretty worried.
You guys really are tight, aren't you? Makes me jealous.
I guess so. It depends on the game, but yeah, sometimes you're right, Bolem. Like, I did that flashy combo finisher thing there at the end. I have no idea how I did that, but it looked cool.
Well,
And it connected,
we did
so
spend
it
a
worked.
whole lot of time together last year because of that case. Sure, I was surprised to hear such weird stuff coming from him, but I know he'd never say any of that to me. Wait a sec. Who are you?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Huh? The student council president? You mean ours? That doesn't seem right. I remember the new president being a guy.
What are you saying? I'm the student council president. Who else would I be?
That's a very good question.
I'm pretty sure, though. Maybe if you told me your name, I'd remember.
My name...
She stops moving. What's going on? She can't tell us her name? That's not a strange question, is it? But for some reason, Miss President seems unable to answer. Sense some sort of incoherent melancholy from her.
My name's...
What's wrong?
My... memories... No, I don't want to fight anymore. Why do we have to kill one another?
Kill one another. Without warning, Miss President begins flailing her arms as if to ward off demons that only she can see.
Chie! What?
No way.
Before I know it, Miss President flying through the air. She was jumping? For a moment, I couldn't comprehend what I'm seeing. It's no ordinary leap. She was still at a standstill, but now her entire body is suddenly up higher than my head. Jumping ability is unbelievable. I like this song. I think I've heard it before somewhere. I'm not sure if it's from P4. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Heaven.
Wow. Who is that girl? Did I say something to offend her? She did mention something about her memories.
Come to think of it, her memories did seem a little muddled. Maybe she was on the verge of getting them back.
What kind of memory would make her go nuts and run away like that? I'll wait here. Make sure you rescue her, okay?
Okay.
So many invisible walls, one after another. Miss President can pass through them. I don't know if I can keep up the pursuit.
Hi. Senpai! Can you hear me? Please answer me!
Oh, the real Rise?
That voice. Is that you, Rise? The real one?
Thank goodness. I've been all alone since that weird fake Teddy captured me. And then you were all fighting each other.
Where are you now, Rise? Can you locate where I am?
I'm sorry, I don't think there's time. I'm stuck in the announcement room. Please, Senpai, you have to hurry. If you don't, he'll...
Rise! What's wrong, Rise?
Pardon me for interrupting while you are lost in thought.
Oh, I recognize that voice. Wait, a girl? Her face and voice seem human-like, but the rest of her, there's metal everywhere, all over her body. For a moment, I wonder if that's an elaborate costume, but I can see the interior framework of her body where her joints connect.
I didn't mean to startle you.
You're,
It's nice to meet you. My name is Aigis. And no, I am not human. You are the one from the introduction video, listed as the Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel, Narukami-san, correct?
Question catches me off guard. I wasn't expecting a complete stranger to call me that. And did she say she wasn't human? It's, well, when Yosuke called me by that stupid title, I knew it was a joke, but when a stranger says it, it sounds like they truly believe it. Huh. This is a pain.
Nanako is important to me, but calling it a complex is stretching things.
No, wait a second. I was trying to play it off, but I ended up blurting out Nanako's name anyway. Calm down. I need to take this conversation away from the subject. From this subject. I cleared my throat and tried to start over.
Aigis-san, was it? Why are you here?
Our primary objective is the destruction of shadows, but we have come to this world on a different mission.
Thanks, boss.
Hey, thanks for following, Saucy Mink.
The destruction of shadows.
You played shadows? How can she do that if...
And does that mean...
Yes. I have a persona as well. Though my body is a machine, personas are the strength of the heart after all.
Just as I thought. I'm surprised to find another persona user outside of my group of friends. And a robot on top of that. I can't come to grips with all this. From the way we're talking, it seems like just a normal person, only in an interesting suit. True, I've seen stories on the news about robots looking uncannily like real humans. Isn't that something that's something like this far beyond those? Perhaps the technology behind her creation has supernatural roots of its own. Yeah. Yeah. Technically, yeah. Persona 1 and 2, baby.
And what is this mission of yours?
Aha! So that's where you got to, Sensei. I've been looking all over for you. Ooh, who's the honey? With you in the middle of trying to score with her?
As if you didn't know. You're the one who lured us both here.
Oh my, did you figure it out? I didn't have a choice after those guys decided on their own to horn in on the fun. You're a bright boy, Sensei. You know what's coming next, don't you?
Sorry about this. Do you know the rule of this tournament?
Only the victor of each match may move on. Yes?
I have nothing against you, but I'm in a hurry for my own reasons.
Neither of us, in other words, can back down. Then there should be no hard feelings.
Aigis-san is refreshingly straightforward about this. She immediately takes a fighting stance. A bitter thought comes to me. It's tough being forced to fight my friends, but having to hurt someone I don't even know is just as bad. Another thought comes on the heel of that one. I don't know this girl. Perhaps her appearance here means that there are urgent problems that an ordinary student like me can't fathom. What gives me the right to stop her on her mission? Shouldn't I know what it's at stake before I take that from her? Thankfully, it seems she hasn't gone mad like my other friends. Perhaps the enemy doesn't care about clouding the minds of people who don't know each other. If we're still capable of understanding each other, then we should talk this over before we do anything.
That will not do. We will speak more of this after one of us wins.
Aigis-san says this so quickly, it's as if she's reading my mind. For a moment, I'm struck by how she could have known what I was thinking, but I realize she's right. What good would it do for us to talk things over? True, the loser cannot leave this room, but until we have a battle, neither of us is going anywhere. It doesn't really matter if we can come to an understanding or not. Until we have our fight, none of our goals are going to be accomplished. If that's the case, then it's better we don't hear about each other's problems before we fight. That could be why Aigis-san hasn't told me anything. This must be her version of kindness. Right, I'm not going to give up on what I'm fighting for either.
And here goes. There's no need to hold back.
Indeed. Let us do battle.
Might be a joke ending or something. But I think she does have a suplex move. If I remember correctly. Like one of her grabs is that.
Finally. Fight!
Damage! No! Light damage! Hit! Heavy damage strike! Firing! Orgia mode cup bramble starting! Severe impact bramble! Persona! Bramble! Damage! Quick dodge! Persona! Rise! Bramble! Guarding as predicted! Heavy strike! Bramble! Up! Cannon! Over! Firing! Severe impact! No! Some damage! Target locked! Fire now! Guarding! No! Damage! Severe! No! No! Severe impact! Persona! Rise up! Heavy strike! Rise up! Heavy damage! No! No!
Okay. I kinda understand what's going on, but I really don't. I really gotta look at the tutorial or something. Maybe I should have done that before today's stream. Or done that at a start stream? Either way. You is the longest? Okay. Yeah. I imagine so. Story-wise. But the rest are short. Okay. Yeah. If we can get through Use this week, and then, like, maybe get through, like, one stream, we could probably get through most of the original story in like a couple of weeks here, right? We have a while though. We have like a whole. We'll just keep going until we're done. So, Labrys and Liz. That makes sense. Yeah, and then we also have to do Ultimax too. So we'll just keep going with the game until, you know, we're through all the story stuff probably. Maybe do a couple of streams or like sections of streams towards the end where I play with viewers or whatever. Or against viewers and get my butt kicked.
You're right. Keep suffering. Friend against friend, beating the heck out of each other.
At least I'd like to get through the main story so I get a chance to play with all the characters. Or the original story, so I get a chance to play with all the characters and everything before we, well, I guess there's some added for Ultimax's story as well, but yeah. Before we, start messing around with, like, fighting people online and everything.
I don't know why you're making us fight, but it's pointless.
Yeah, it'll be fun to do that again some more, Saturday as well. Looking forward to that as well.
We aren't fighting because we hate each other. The reason we can fight is because we respect and trust each other.
Although I have a wedding to go to on Saturday, so I won't be able to stream as long as I did last Sunday.
Stupid! You're such a dumbass! What's with you?
The image on the monitor distorts along with that outburst. The general is having trouble remembering to act as someone else, and his face bulges and ripples disturbingly as his hate pours through the screen. Any pretense at copying the adorable stupidity of the real Teddy is gone now. I notice that the voice spitting out of these hateful words is not Teddy's, either.
Respect? Trust? So what if you don't hate each other? You're not like me! I was forced to fight against my will! I destroyed them with my own hands! You should all have to go through the hell I've suffered! See how it feels to destroy everyone you call a friend! If I knew this was gonna happen, I would have made the rules so you had to kill your opponent to move on!
What are you talking about? Why did you set this tournament up?
Pardon my eccentric entrance.
Hey, Elizabeth! What? That Burn My Dread? That version of Burn My Dread too? Okay. But even besides that, why did she have to come through the ceiling? This room has doors. Because it's Elizabeth. It makes no sense at all. I was about to get to the heart of the matter with General Teddy, but the monitor in the room has been destroyed, along with the ceiling. Though she seems oblivious to my confusion, the girl cocks her head and apologizes again.
Oh, please excuse me. I didn't have the faintest idea that someone would be here.
Faintest?
Feigned? Fiend? Something along those lines at any rate.
What the hell is she talking about? Who in the world is this person? Wait a minute. That blue suit she's wearing. It looks familiar. And with that silver hair and golden eyes. Could it be...
Are you from the Velvet Room?
My, is this what's known as being hit on? A forbidden ritual where one human approaches another based solely on appearance and bets on the inner self being equally attractive.
What? No, I'm not hitting on you. You just remind me of someone I know.
Okay, so that actually sounded like I really was hitting on her. No, I need to stop thinking about that. In any case, I need to ask her something.
Do you happen to know anyone by the name of Margaret?
Margaret?
When she repeats her name, her face seems surprisingly youthful. I've been taken aback by her bizarre speech and actions. Could this girl be younger than me? Her profile simultaneously evokes the images of a pondering philosopher and an innocent girl. I can't figure out exactly how to speak to her. Should I be more polite? I guess that doesn't matter too much. Anyway, worrying about the niceties isn't the most important thing right now.
Oh, actually, we should introduce ourselves first. I'm Yu Narukami.
Ah, that had slipped my mind also. My name is Elizabeth. Dear me, to hear that name fraught with memories in such a mundane,
I suppose
remote
so.
place.
Does she think of this world as a mundane place? That's confusing. Yaso-Inaba may be out in the countryside. I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. The girl Elizabeth suddenly bows elegantly to me.
Margaret is indeed my sister's name. Can I take that to mean that you are another guest of that room?
See, so she's Margaret's sister. That'd explain why she reminds me of her.
Elizabeth-san, huh? Well, I guess that's the case. It's true that there was a time when I visited that room.
Igor, Margaret, now Elizabeth. Not to mention Marie. Oh wait, that's right, Marie doesn't exist in this universe because it came out before Persona 4 Golden. It seems like there are more people who call that place home than I thought. I think I'm glad I met Margaret last year instead of this girl.
But why is a resident of the Velvet
Rude.
Room here?
Rude.
Did Margaret send you with a message or something?
I am currently utterly neglecting my duties.
Is that so?
That doesn't really tell me much, and I have no response anyway. What possessed her to come blasting in through the ceiling instead of using the door? I decided not to bother asking her that. I met so many different people over the last year, but trying to have a conversation with this girl is like trying to ride a wild horse. She's just going to ignore the direction I'm trying to go, steer us toward, and just veer off wherever she wants. Best to just hold on and go along for the ride, then. Maybe if I pay attention, she'll tell me something worth my time. Even if I try to ask her any questions, she'll likely just be confused anyway. Since I'm having that thought, the girl seems to have noticed my hesitation and starts to talk about herself. Her eyes are lit up with a sincere passion. It really is a hard one to read.
I have a certain desire. It may take a very long time for it to be realized.
Yeah, bring back to the P3 protagonist, yeah.
In order for my wish to be granted, I require a power much greater than what I have. The power of the wild card that changes bonds into strength. I have a feeling that the key lies there.
I know a little about the wild card, but...
I feel that the first glue to granting my wish lies within that power.
Glue?
Flu? Influenza. Something along those lines at any rate.
She's having trouble coming up with the right words, but I can hear the sincerity in her speech. Probably. In other words, I think she means that the power of the wild card is related to her desire and came here. I don't think it's worth to ask how she knew I had that power, or where she found out about it. Just as I'm struggling to follow the meandering path of her conversation, she brings up an outrageous suggestion.
Might I suggest that you and I fight?
What? Someone please tell me how she reached the conclusion that that was a good idea. I don't think I have a chance of talking her out of it, though. But of course, I have to try. So I say... Give me a break.
Oh, how excited this is making me. My expectations are ascending skyward at Mach speed. To be direct, I'd like for you to show me the potential slumbering within you.
Let me make sure of something, just in case. You understand what I'm saying, right? There's no illusions at work?
Such parlor tricks can get stuffed.
I see. So you're actually in your right mind here. That's kind of, impressive.
As right as Elizabeth's mind ever gets, yeah. I feel like she's more of a left type mind. Well, maybe she understood what I meant when I mentioned the illusions. If that's so, then she at least must have some idea what's going on around here. And even though she might understand it, she still wants to fight me. I wonder, though, if she is unrelated to General Teddy's plans and invite herself into the tournament, do the usual rules apply? As I think about this, Elizabeth-san taps her foot on the ground and takes a fighting posture. She really does want to fight. The huge leather-bound book in her hands opens as if by itself. A torrent of power pours from the open book with blue light. I can't believe this strange girl has such unimaginable power. She seems so aloof. No, it may be more correct to call it an air of imminent violence.
All right. I won't be able to hold back.
To be honest, I was really only saying that in hopes of bluffing her. I have absolutely no room to hold back in this fight. I hurriedly cast off my fear and focus on the upcoming battle. There's no room for doubt. I need to hit her with my full strength from the start. Even if I were to fight her with the intent of killing her, I'd be lucky not to end up dead myself. At least that's how I feel. Elizabeth-san calmly begins the battle.
Let us do this. Your fate is in the cards.
Well, this might not go well, but we'll see how it goes. I know Elizabeth is pretty good in this game, so we'll see how this goes. That's right, she uses Thanatos as her main persona in this game, doesn't she?
Final.
Oh gosh.
Fight.
Oh no. Opening my shop. Impressive. Oh no.
We're through.
Summoning. Oh no.
What?
Oh. I anticipated.
Ah.
Oh, up. Opening my shop.
We're through.
Your fate is in the cards. What?
We're through.
Impressive.
Play.
From this moment. What? Venator. Oh no. You're frozen.
Yeah. He's not super good, even in his own game. Like, he's never been optimal, unfortunately. But, like, he's got a cool design. It's a shame he's not more optimal. Certainly the closest fight that we've had so far.
What? Please be careful.
Yeah, okay. I hit the death counter. It didn't show up for you guys, but I'll keep track of it. Or the loss counter, I guess. But we've only lost once, so I don't know if it's... I don't even know like where the block or dodge button is yet. Oh, is that a counter state?
Negative penalty.
We're through. Play.
Remarkable.
These are not. I struck.
Pardon. Oh no. Oh no.
We're
Here is some electricity. Backing up.
We're through. Play.
One. Opening my deck. Oh. The timing. I anticipated.
Ah.
Pardon.
Yeah, I think she has a counter state that I'm not supposed to hit her during.
You're frozen. Persona. Here is some freezing. Persona. Here is some freezing.
Sorry, guys.
Dang. Yeah, Elizabeth's good. All right, let's try this one more time here. I might have to go and actually learn what the buttons do a minute.
Final. Fight.
I anticipated. Now up.
Negative penalty.
We're through. Play it.
I anticipated.
Dang.
Now up.
Keeps getting me with a counter.
My attack. You're frozen.
And she has some like decent combos that she's using.
My turn. Now up. I will stop. Please look above. Backing up.
Over here.
That's a new one. Cross slash, huh?
Over here, is it? Persona. Summoning. Over here. Won't you have some?
Over here.
Conceal.
I struck.
I anticipated. Forgive me.
Negative penalty.
Let's clean things up.
Over here.
Please do one.
guys.
I will stop.
Okay, time to go find out what the buttons do. I've gotten to the point where I can't just mash buttons. Fair enough.
Game over.
Okay. So, okay. Let's see here. Practice, lesson mode. I should probably go through this stuff. Let me just go into training mode.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. This place exists between
Here
dream
goes.
and reality.
Picture in your head your own appearance as well as your alter ego.
Let's do
Your
this.
persona. Very well.
Okay, so I just want to see what the controls actually do. I'll probably have to run through like the tutorials, like the lesson tutorials, in maybe a minute at some point. So command list, command move, big gamble. Interesting. Oh, Mirrored Truths, yeah. Okay, so that's like actual commands. That's not like basic stuff. That's like stuff specific to the character.
Boring.
It's impossible!
So that's like some sort of dodge slash dash thing.
Boring.
Oh, interesting.
Impossible!
So that's an upward attack. Can I follow up on that at all?
I see impossible! Damn! I see!
Boring!
And that works even in the air. Okay.
What's wrong?
Boring!
Okay, so that's just for... Oh, interesting.
What?
B and Y at the same time as a grab. Right thumbstick is a combination of X, Y, and A. That's instantly doable. Okay, so that's burst. I know that burst is a thing.
What?
What the hell? What the hell?
Oop. I somehow changed over to Yosuke.
No, it's impossible! Oh crap! What the hell's this? Impossible! What? Go, Izanagi! Oh crap!
Okay. So, there's a dash. Is there a block, though?
Boring!
Interesting. I can charge up. Interesting.
Behold the truth!
Mirror Truths, okay.
Damn it!
Interesting.
It's impossible!
Boring!
That's it!
Gotcha, yeah.
Impossible!
That's cross slap.
Come! It's not impossible!
We need 150 SP, gotcha. Yeah, it also, I think, said that, Mirrored Truths could only be done... Well, that input for Mirrored Truths could only be done if it's, match points.
What? Here goes!
Yeah. Yeah, 3 down inputs and then Y and B for 100 SP, but only on match point. It's only for, like, the last round. I guess I can use that in the entire... Okay. Alright, let's go back and try Elizabeth again. Oh, can I not? Yeah, I need to reload the save. Where's the save? I have saves. Yeah, so where's bookmarks? Oh, I see. There it is. Okay, I found it. I found it. Okay. Oh, cool. We don't have to go through the dialogue. We can just fight. I guess I could have practiced against Elizabeth, but it doesn't matter too much.
Finally. Fight!
Over here!
One.
Over here!
Impressive. Persona. My attack. You're frozen. Please
Over here.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh. I anticipated. Please forgive me.
Negative penalty.
Oh no. Huh? What? Oh my.
Nice start.
From this moment, my attack. Here, increase. Backing up. Please be careful. One. Impressive.
Over here! Over here!
Opening my deck. Huh?
We're through.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Got her. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to get better. Like I said, I'll probably go through at least the basic tutorial stuff. Maybe tomorrow. If I can. Just when I thought I managed to throw her off balance, Elizabeth-san gets back up elegantly, as if nothing had just happened. Suddenly I feel intensity build up in the air. Don't tell me she hadn't been taken seriously up until now. In the next moment, I'm swallowed into a torrent of power that like a leaf being blown into the air, without the slightest understanding of what's happening. My vision blurs as I'm spun about, and before I can tell up from down, the floor jumps towards me and I'm slammed into the ground. Am I going to lose? As my consciousness fades, I see the faces of my friends and Aigis-san, all those I had fought up till now. Like that story you see your life flash before your eyes just before you die. Dying? Can I really accept that? It's not over. I haven't lost yet. I can still fight. I've come so far. I can't lose heart now. I've desperately forced my legs to move and stand up again. Elizabeth-san shuts her book with an air of finality.
I see. I am quite content with this outcome. It seems you possess true strength.
And yielding torrent of power suddenly ceases without warning. Is it over? Even as I come to understand that, I continue to stand stock still, unable to move.
I believed you were at the limits of your stamina after the battle against Aigis earlier. In actuality, your heart almost gave in during your struggle with me. But each time you faltered, the many hearts supporting you gave you strength, helping you to rise again.
She cuts herself off and nods to herself, as to confirm some suspicion.
This was truly an intriguing battle. I believe our encounter has borne much flute.
Flute?
Flue? Chimneys. In any case, I am quite pleased.
Even after such a battle, she acts like that. I feel like a fool believing that she would really have killed me, even if it felt quite real at the time. I can't believe any of this. My legs give out underneath me and I sink to the ground. Maybe she understands how I feel. But Elizabeth-san looks straight into my eyes.
May I ask you something? To continue fighting in order to prevent an undesirable future. It is a path of endless hardship.
Yeah, she's unfamiliar with common turns of phrase.
Would you still choose to walk it?
Margaret had said the same thing, something similar, just before this tournament had begun. How I had overcome the ordeal concerning last year's case and opened the door. Margaret and Elizabeth-san's words came together in my mind.
Yeah. Working for a better tomorrow isn't just a one-time thing. The tomorrows keep coming.
Opening the door is necessary, but it's not what's truly important. What's more important is making sure you follow the path that's beyond the door. Only once you have that path in mind does it matter whether you've opened the door or not. That's how I feel.
I would keep fighting, for the future we want.
Elizabeth-san smiles. It seems the former dweller of the Velvet Room is pleased with my answer. She must have chosen a path of her own at some point, is doing everything in her power to see it through. Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, but I feel as if I'm able to understand her a little better now.
Well it's time for me to bid you adieu. By your leave, I, Elizabeth, am out of here.
With this, Elizabeth briskly walks out of the room. Caused me some trouble, but I've learned something about myself as well. I think I'll call it a draw. As I wave goodbye to Elizabeth, I hear Aigis-san getting to her feet behind me.
Are you alright? You shouldn't force yourself
Too
to
bad
move.
we didn't get a chance for Aigis and Aigis and Elizabeth to interact there at all. Oh well. I was concerned at first, but Aigis-san doesn't seem very hurt, or damaged, or whatever you would say. He was likely just knocked out. I know absolutely no chance of winning if I'd gone easy on her either. This is getting ridiculous.
You are very kind. We've
Okay,
only
well,
just
later? Okay.
met, and yet you are worried about a machine like myself.
Huh? Isn't that normal?
Aigis-san laughs at my confusion.
Seeing you smile like that, I don't know. I just can't think of you as a machine. You have a heart, right? Then it doesn't matter whether you're man or machine.
Aigis-san stops laughing and thinks deeply for a moment. But after a few seconds, she looks back up at me with a serious look in her eyes.
You have defeated me in single combat. That will make it difficult for me to continue forward. But I believe I can trust you. Will you listen to my mission directive?
I have no reason to say no. I look Aigis-san square in the eye and nod reassuringly. And so Aigis-san told me about her directive, and it was truly surprising. There was another case involving personas and shadows. Okay. Weapon with a heart, yup.
So, there's another girl robot with a heart like you, and she's the cause of all this?
We came to this world to retrieve her, my older sister, the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labrys, is in this world somewhere.
Nanako, Miss President, her shadow, now Labrys. I have a amount of tasks to accomplish now. Thankfully, 3 of those, well actually I think all of those are all just one task, really. But yeah. But even though I have a lot to do, I can't ignore any of it.
Tell me more about Labrys, and I'll do what I can to help you get her back.
Unfortunately.
So you don't know what she looks like, what she can do, or what equipment she's loaded with. Is there a possibility that she looks, well, more human than you? You mentioned earlier that she was your older sister, so I assume she was built before you, but...
My sister was an older model, a prototype for the 5th generation to be exact. It's doubtful that she would look more human than myself.
Then there's no way Miss President could be Labrys. Obviously. No, there's no way that if all of our words are being twisted, there's no way they could have changed the look of the ears.
Alright, in any case, I'll keep an eye out for her. But right now, I'm heading to the announcement room. If Labrys is the cause of this, then I'm bound to meet up with her eventually.
I shrugged slightly. I don't want to be so grave. Aigis-san must sense what I'm trying to do and smiles.
Thank you. I will trust my sister's fate to you.
But man, what a busy Golden Week. I have to make sure Nanako's okay, find Miss President, unmask whoever's masquerading as Teddy, now search for Labrys somewhere in here as well. If this wasn't happening, I'd be kicking it with my friends at the Junes food court. Yukiko was trying to be coy, but I'm pretty sure that big bundle she was carrying was a box lunch she made for us. That's how it might taste. Well, let's not get sidetracked. I'm sure we would have all enjoyed it anyway. I don't know. You might have almost died. Maybe this is better. Eventually, I would have called Nanako over. We would have bought some snacks together. There are things I wanted to buy from Shiroku's store. And maybe we could have made it Daigaku in time to buy the last of their special croquettes. I wanted to talk with the owner of Dadara and get some books from the Yaso-Inaba bookstore. I'd have a steak bowl at Aya, hang out with the fox at the Tatsumi shrine, waited for my uncle so we could have dinner, and tomorrow I'd gone fishing. If the one who ruined my vacation and caused all these problems is the same person who stole Labrys, and if they've truly brought Nanako back into the TV world, I will never let them go for that.
I'll make them pay.
As I run on, I come across another blue door. Perhaps a sign I need to calm down? True, I may have lost my cool for a moment.
Someone here? Again?
I think let's try and get through one more fight, and then I think we'll take a break, and we'll come back to this on Thursday, and we can finish out Yu's storyline in a minute. Margaret is in her usual position. I glance around to see if there's anyone else in here. Looks like there's no... Looks like her nutcase of a sister isn't here. Margaret notices me looking and sighs. Sorry, what? Okay. A seductive sound that also conveys annoyance.
It seems my sister has caused you some trouble, though this may mean that I'm not the only one who is drawn to the light of your potential.
There's a hint of tenderness toward to her. I can tell from the look on her face. Do I look like that when I'm talking about Nanako?
You have gained new resolve by overcoming many doubts and falsehoods. You have reached the threshold of truth, but man's hearts are mutable. That is why a resolve to continue fighting is more important than any one victory or defeat.
Yeah, I understand.
But this will be a difficult battle without end. Are you equal to the challenge?
The way she puts it, makes it seem as if she was teasing me, or testing me. I don't respond immediately, and think about the question. It would be lying to say that I'm not worried. I know that my heart can be swayed by change. There's no knowing what will happen from moment to moment. But even then...
If I have my friends, if I'm not alone, I can do it.
I see.
Margaret nods slightly in response.
I have heard your answer, but it's not enough. Remember what I told you before? The heart is shaken more by a single action than by 1,000 words.
As she smiles, my vision begins to blur. I hear words being repeated. I've reached the threshold of truth. Everything that's happened during the course of this case runs through my mind. Appearance of the TV world, this tournament pitting us against each other, the student council president, and a fake Teddy. My encounter with a weapon with a heart, Aigis-san searching for her sister, Labrys, and the determination I've gained through the constant battles. What I must accomplish. How do I show what I've decided through my actions? It feels like we're getting close to the end of Yu's story arc. Interesting. That'd be a bit longer.
That's enough!
Oh, we're actually to the announcement room. Okay.
You're finally here. Hello,
Cliffhanger.
Sensei.
Okay. Gotcha.
Congratulations! How does it feel to have won the P1 Grand Prix?
No, the ending.
There you are, Senpai. You're late.
Teddy, where's Nanako?
Nana-chan's right here. See?
You have a good voice. Thanks. Appreciate it. I picked it out from Walmart myself. Slowly, the general extends the arm that was held beneath him. And there was Nanako. Arms are clutched to her chest, and slowly she takes a few steps toward me, obviously frightened.
Nanako!
After taking a step forward, I noticed something bizarre. The general disappeared? For a brief instant, my full attention had been focused on Nanako. The general had been standing directly behind her, but now he's gone. How could he have gone somewhere else that quickly and right in front of me without me noticing it?
Bro.
I'm confused about the general's disappearance. Nanako weakly calls to me. Being in the TV world has obviously taken a toll on her. She totters towards me unsteadily, looking ready to collapse at any moment. I can think about the general later. I have to save Nanako, right now. As I reach out to her, Rise yells,
Senpai, no! Nanako-chan's not there!
Nanako's not here? What's she saying? She's right here. Just as I am about to say so, my hand stops. Something's not right. I try to look into Nanako's face once more, and in her eyes, I saw madness.
Oh, so close! Just Just a little more and Sensei would have been a goner.
You bastard.
I barely reacted in time to draw my sword to block the attack. The general suddenly appeared out of nowhere to attack me with his cane, and I get a good look at him as our weapons clash together. I see the madness in his face. The same madness I seen in Nanako's only a moment before. That's why I noticed Nanako has disappeared. What's going on?
You've got it wrong, Senpai. It's all been him from the beginning. He can make whoever's looking at him see him as someone else.
So he's not actually taking on other forms?
No, he's just distorting the things you see and hear.
That's right. The enemy is able to control what I see and hear. I'd realized after all the battles I'd had today, but seeing Nanako had made me forget all that. The general laughed at this.
It's hard for me to show someone who isn't here. But you actually saw this Nanako girl? You're hopeless.
It's like how my friends hadn't actually gone crazy before our fights. Nanako had never been brought into this world in the first place. His appearance before me was fake. He distorted our senses all to make us suffer. But, just as I thought, he couldn't receive Risei's persona abilities. That's why he kidnapped her. To keep her from warning us during his tournament. Now that I know that, I pushed the general's cane away and jumped back towards the girls in order to distance myself from him. Good. Now I'm between them and the general. Then I look straight at the one behind this bizarre situation.
Who in the world are you?
You still can't tell? Seriously, the level of intelligence around here.
She has a point.
Fine then. Here. Get a good look.
Ooh, animated cutscene.
I am a shadow. The true self. That's my face.
Oh no, she's yeah. Yeah, Labrys is pretty cute.
How about it? You wanted to see what I am, didn't you? Why does she look like me?
That's its true form. That thing is your shadow.
This is a shadow? She really came from inside me?
Labrys, another weapon with a heart, stolen by someone unknown and thrown into the TV world, raided this school and forced us to fight our friends. This deep-rooted depression regarding our past memories. All of this took the form of Labrys' shadow, who manipulated everything here.
Labrys, don't look away. If you don't accept her, she'll get even stronger.
Yeah, we're probably going to skim through most of the other characters' storylines, just because it's probably going to be a lot of repeating stuff. We'll get, like, the funny dialogue as characters interact, especially with the P3 and P4 crew interacting with each other. But for the most part, we're going to skim through, I think, most of the other stories. Just because there's so much dialogue and, like, thought stuff in there. And also, but those are also a bit shorter than that Yu's storyline for obvious reasons. Yu is meant to be the first one I think you play for obvious reasons, and also it has the most, like, filling in of, like, this is what happened in P4, and here is me explaining generally what P3 was about, and generally what shadows are, and what the, you know, the Midnight Channel is. So there's, like, a lot of that.
I don't know what your past was like. It must have had some painful memories. But you have us with you now. We're going to get you out of here.
Yeah, I think we have to do all the other ones to unlock Labrys and Liz, but yeah. We'll have to make sure we pay attention to those, obviously.
You hear that, me?
For
Your
Liz? Okay.
friend is trying to tell you something. Too bad he doesn't understand at all. These clowns are so hopelessly naive.
A shadow laughed shrilly. It continued to smear more poison into Labrys'
I
heart.
wish I could have made them feel my pain. What it's like having to murder one another. That sadness and pain and anguish. Everything went black.
Gotcha.
And I was always left alone. I'm a weapon. A machine made only to fight. No human can understand my suffering. Stop! I've had enough. I'm human. I'm not like that.
This isn't good. I settle into fighting stance right for anything. Though I have a good idea what's gonna happen. Yeah.
Oh, you're still clinging to that. Then take a look at what you really are.
The shadow's eyes gleam with a golden light. This change begins immediately. A shimmer runs across Labrys' body. Instead of the normal human girl that had been there a moment ago, she has a metallic body, just like her shadow.
No! No!
Labrys loses all composure and scratches at her arm, trying to tear away the metal that had appeared. But there was more to her change than just her arms. Her waist, legs, chest, even her head. Everything not covered by her clothing was now obviously mechanical. The reality that she didn't want to face. There are no words I can say to her. No matter what we say, reality won't change. Labrys falls to her knees, and finally mutters the words I was dreading she'd say. Oh, we don't even get the "you're not me" thing? Alright, fine. Alright. Kanji and Teddy stories are now available. Okay. Alright, well I think that's pretty good for the first stream. We'll have to get through some more of the other storylines, I think. Yeah. We'll pick this back up on Thursday and try and get through some more of the storylines. I think we try and get through these 3 on Thursday. We'll see how short or long they are. I imagine there'll be a similar amount of fights, just like less talking. So I say we go in order. Yeah, that was my plan. So we get through these 3 probably next Thursday. That'll be good, or at least as many as we can, right? But yeah, that was good. That was a good start. I'll have to like look at the actual like mechanics and like brush up on some stuff, because I feel like button mashing probably won't work as well the farther we get into the story. I imagine most of the story can be completed by just kind of like button mashing and stuff. I don't think it's supposed to be super hard. It's just supposed to give you a reason to play with all the characters and like have some sort of like story reason why they're all in one place. But yeah. All right, sounds good. Well, then I will probably see you back on Thursday then, Jeppo. They're all pretty easy to learn. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are some pretty deep mechanics with some of the characters. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Aigis Hero. I'll be back again on Thursday, same time, so if you're interested, you know. But yeah. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and everything. For Chie, don't jump out the window. Okay. Probably be off work. All right, sounds good. Yeah. I gotta go. I got class tomorrow. Last time I gotta go into class. That'll be nice. Yeah. I hope you guys all have a good one. Thanks for hanging out and everything. Thanks to everybody lurking and everything. I appreciate it for watching back on the VOD. Hope you have a good rest of your day and everything. But yeah, in case I don't see ya, hope you guys have a good afternoon, good evening, good night. See ya, Aigis Hero. See ya, Jeppo. Union, Bolim, Moondragon, Rockman Driller. Hey, it's me, Goku. Yeah, hope you guys all have a good one, and I will talk to you later. See ya. I gotta make a ending soon screen. I had a thought for that today. To see if that'll work. Anyway, hope you have a good one.